Hey guys, we're at the Lonoke County Museum in Lonoke, Arkansas, and we've never been here before, so we want to check it out and see what type of cool displays that they have here.
We're used to stuffy.
Right, this is a local doctor.
This is right up your alley. We collect medical. We collect a lot of odd stuff and,
Oh, this
and
is.
vintage stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like that medical.
Oh, I
He
totally.
started being a doctor here in Lonoke in 1950, and he kept working until 2013.
Wow.
And his health got bad, so we had to stop. And he gave us his old furniture that he had stored. And then when he passed away in 2016, his children brought the rest of his stuff in.
This is amazing.
This is. This is really cool.
It's a little bit more stuff than we have. Barely,
is.
but basically we need a big space like this to house all his stuff.
In this room is just local artists, Lonoke County art and artists. Hair paintings, lady at Keto, Arkansas, did all those. And there's that 3-piece toe sack ensemble, 1918.
Wow. Those are beautiful pieces.
All this is hand painted, all the china and lamps.
Did you understand these are all local artists?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't know if he heard. He was not paying attention. So. And he'll ask me later, what was that?
But these animals are native to Lonoke County, except there's one bird over there's not.
And you captured all these?
Yeah. Yeah. I slung them over my shoulder and took them home.
Sherry, look.
And the arrowheads have been found locally.
It's on Arrowhead. It's a big
But
bison.
some different people found them.
It's your stretching for the day.
Yeah. I need another train about that long added to that. This is Lonoke in 1897. We found an insurance map showing the
wow.
layout of the town, so we built this little
That's
town
really
over
cool.
from that. This is a World War I training school that just west of town.
Is it still standing by?
No, you can see part of the airstrip, the landing strip.
How do you find that?
It's where the golf course is.
Okay.
Okay.
It's right there on 89. And there's a part of a hangar. They said is part of that. But there's pictures up there showing what it looks like. This, of course, our World War II display.
And these were all the local.
Yes. It's strictly Lonoke County Museum.
It's incredible and wonderful that I'll have
Thank you.
all the pieces that stayed where they need to be.
That man, the picture there, he was the most decorated man of World War II for a while. And he had his right arm blown off during the war. And another young man in his same company, Audie Murphy, went on to earn...
Audie Murphy, the actor?
Mhm. He is the most decorated man of World War II. And they were in the same company.
Wow. Yeah, I'm older than I look. I do know who I do know who Audie Murphy is.
Uh-huh.
Wow, that's fascinating.
He went on to become lieutenant governor. Before he went in service, he was a football hero. Big star. But we had 4 men from Lonoke County that went on to become governor of the state of Arkansas.
Oh wow.
And there they are. Do you know about the history of Brownsville? Brownsville was the county seat during the Civil War. Before it was Lonoke County, it was Prairie County. And Brownsville was the county seat. And it's 2 miles north of where Lonoke is now. It's on 31.
Okay.
There's a little cemetery there, Brownsville Cemetery. And there's historical markers saying courthouse stood here. Well, in August of '63, when the Union troops were going through to capture Little Rock, they leveled the town of Brownsville. And at that time, it was a huge city. Little Rock only had 900 people more than Brownsville.
Wow.
That Brownsville Cemetery I've told you about, I wanted to go try to find that.
We can find it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's as you go over the overpass and stay on 31. It's not a mile north of McDonald's.
Okay.
That's the diorama there of the Battle of Brownsville. And it happened to be southern Missouri against northern Missouri.
Oh, wow.
Clashed there. That was the first diorama we built, and I didn't know how to build houses. So that's the edge of town. Use your imagination. The cemetery is on there. A soldier wrote home and said, "There's only 8 headstones in the cemetery." And I researched and found who the 8 were, and their names are on those 8
wow.
headstones.
Oh, cool.
See, now I want to build a diorama.
Yeah.
Oh, look. See the little cemetery?
Yeah, let's see if we can actually find the cemetery. That's cool.
Some of the items has been found locally from the battle. They're still finding stuff all the time. Have you ever heard of Yellow Dock Rayburn?
Nope.
He was a young Confederate soldier from Texas on his way to Tennessee with his group to fight. They said he was real petite and statured. Probably a kid. Who knows how young he was. He had long blonde hair, and they called him Yellow Dock. Well, when he got better, he got lots of other young boys to go out and antagonize the Union troops. Steal their horses, steal their supplies, give it to the Southern cause. Well, he would dress like a girl. There he is, all dressed up. And he'd go to dances and dance with the soldiers, find out where they were hiding their horses and stuff. There's a picture of what he really looked like. But he left one night on a big black horse named Limber Jim. I think he stole it from a general. There's a little story about it up there on the wall. But he left with enough horses one night to give all his guys a horse. Anyway, he's a local hero, but he's considered a spy by the North. I don't know why. Anyway, that's all.
Isn't it amazing? I mean, is one of, I'm sure, hundreds of stories, of unique stories like that we don't know what happened.
Right.
That's really cool.
Like this lady here. She was here when the Union troops came through, and they thought her house was empty, so they go in, they make themselves at home, take their guns off, put them on the foot of the stairs, and she comes in and she picks up their guns and holds them, get their own guns on them, and does them get out of her house or she'll kill them all. And they left. They said only too glad to leave with their lives.
Don't mess with Southern women.
Mrs. Gray. Well, that's our little museum.
This is a really neat place.
What did you think about our little town?
That was
That
cool.
was really cool.
Yeah, that was really neat. Look at all the dolls.
This is the first brick house in Lonoke. This house here. And they just added the dealership onto the back of it.
So, is this Miss Gray?
Yeah, she was standing there. We put her over there in the Civil War
Yeah.
section. I got to figure out a way to get those pictures over there by her.
I'm glad we ventured out here.
How old is this building?
The house was built in 1877.
That's really cool.
It was built by a doctor, and he lived here about a year, and he sold it to Dr. Isaac Fossum. Yeah, you may have known that name. If you're in the medical stuff, he's the one that started the University of Arkansas Medical School.
That's why it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
And his name has got to be on every diploma. He died in this house. This is the house that he did his medical practice, and he got started. They didn't have any children, so he left all of his money to start the University of Arkansas Medical School.
So it sounds like you've probably have spent a lot of time here.
Yes, I'd live here if I could.
If you could.
So, have you ever had any weird experiences
Oh,
here?
my son will not stay here.
Really?
After dark, no.
Why?
Oh, he says he hears things. He hears people knocking on the walls, and there's nobody there. But nothing bothers me. But no, he won't.
I always
stay
say it's
here.
the life people we need to learn about.
Oh, and my daughter-in-law said she was in the bathroom, and there's a fake vase of flowers, and she said it just jumped.
Oh, wow. Have you ever seen anything here?
No, not me. But they say. and he's a ghost chaser. He brings his sound equipment up, and
Sounds like our kind of guy.
Yeah.
he says, "Oh, you can hear him saying stuff."
Yeah, like sounds like a bunch of gibberish to me.
So
he goes out in the cemeteries and everything.
Really?
Uh-huh.
So was the bedrooms and stuff? I'm assuming they're probably like upstairs, right?
Yeah, there's 3 of them, and they during World War II, might have been one, and they had this training school. They chopped this up and made it into apartments.
So there was a lot of people in and out of here.
In and out.
Wow.
But beyond patience, I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of history in this space.
Yes,
Literally.